Hey everybody, who remembers the Lego Lux from a couple of years ago? If you don't remember it from then, you'll definitely remember it from now. Ho, ho, ho! Have a look at that, mate, hey? Well, it gets used, that's good. We're going to have a bit of a chit-chat about why this is here, what the problem is, and what the solution is. I think this is like a spare car. Maybe you take it full driving, you take it hunting. It's not the everyday driver. It's got a few sticks and stones sitting around on it. It could probably do with a bit of maintenance. The reason it's here, look, I don't remember, because when I've only seen a vehicle once, maybe twice, by about 3 times I remember people and I remember cars. So it probably hasn't been here 3 times. This could be its second visit. So apparently we did the injector replacement job a couple of years ago. It had about 310,000 Ks on it then, I'm told, and it's got about 330 now. So it hasn't done a lot of Ks. Apparently it was a bit sluggish. We did the injector job and it really livened up and it was really good, but it seems to have sort of died off again. Now, I'm not sure. Sometimes what happens, people get a bit used to how things are, and it's a placebo thing, but at the end of the day, we're going to have a look around at a few basics. I've asked a few questions. For example, has it been serviced? Is someone doing the oil changes? Air filters, MAF cleaning comes to mind. Obviously the EGR clean, 7mm. So the MAP filter, which normally blocks up from the EGR, it should be staying clean and not restricting those readings. And fuel filters. I said fuel because I'm thinking it's sitting around. Is it just glugged up full of algae and rubbish in there? Who knows? I doubt it. He says, no, he's meticulous. I know it's hard to believe, isn't it? He's meticulous with the maintenance like us, you know. So his brother's dropped off the car for him, right? And he's going to be watching this video. They're probably both going to be watching the video. Hang on a minute. Look, you know, as I pointed out, the other cars in the workshop, our cars are parked in the workshop at the moment still, and the cleanliness and the condition of those, and they do a lot more Ks. So I think a lot more love and meticulousness could be provided to this vehicle here. So look, I think the first thing I should probably do is take the vehicle for a drive. It's a 5-speed manual, and we can establish whether it seems to drive like a 330 kilometer Hilux normally does. And the other complaint was it blows a lot of smoke on startup when it's been parked for a while. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pause making this video so then you'll know when I made this video. And I'm going to release a video after our long trip in around July this year. Our 2013 150 Prado that we recently acquired, one of the family vehicles, 318,000 Ks, and I believe the air filter probably paper filters and not the best maintenance and sitting in the dust and a little bit of extra wear on the engine. It blows a lot of smoke on start when it's been sitting. So I'm going to put that video out now, have a laugh at that, and then we'll continue with this one. Okay, so in regards to the smoke on startup, I'll say it again, I've said it in a number of videos, and those people that watch all the videos to the end will soon know everything I know. Each video is just one piece of the million-piece jigsaw puzzle. I want to add in some other information before we continue with the checking and diagnostic and why it blows smoke. If you're in Australia and you would like an injector kit, we've changed the rules. It doesn't have to be text message Monday morning 7:30 a.m, although you can text me anytime after midnight on the night before Monday to Friday. Makes sense? So Sunday to Thursday nights after midnight, so that first thing in the morning we see your text message there, and I'll send you your order once I see that so that you can pay for it. You can order parts. We're going to see how this goes until further notice. Basically Monday to Friday. If you want to do it during the day between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. Melbourne time, just say, hey mate, I'm after a set of those front wheel bearings for my Prado, those front wheel bearing assemblies, because I've realised they're the best value for money. Genuine parts, already pressed together. You can't beat it. You can't buy the parts that cheap, and you're buying them already pressed together. The best options combined from what we've found on the Prados and the Hiluxes. Same thing with the injector kit, same thing with the BFE kit. Text me anytime for those. Dobinson suspension, we'll try and leave it for Tuesday mornings, 8 a.m. at the moment, but we might change that up as well. We'll just see how this all goes. The sending days, I'll probably still do Monday, but it won't work out every Monday. So I'm changing this for you, and I'm also changing it for me. So some Mondays I won't be sending parts, it won't be till Wednesday, Thursday. And if you get in on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I might do a send on Friday. I might do it on Thursday. There'll be at least 2 days a week I send parts. I'll probably pack the parts anytime from you paying for it within that day, 2 days, 3 days, usually within those days, unless we're on break. If we're on school holiday break away for 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, well, you better be watching the Proto Hospital Facebook page and these videos and not miss that, because if you send an order, I'll send you the order to pay for it, you'll pay for it, and it'll get packed and sent in 6 weeks. So stay tuned. I will usually also reply, are you aware of the delay? It'll be about 2 weeks before it's sent. And most people say, yeah, that's no problem at all. You pay for it, and then as soon as we're back on deck, you're one of the first people in the queue because you got to it early. All the kits that I packed yesterday, they're all sent. They were all pretty much pre-orders, and the ones that came in at 7, 8, 9 o'clock Monday morning, all the ones after that haven't been done yet, because guess what? I'm busy having a look at this, trying to solve someone's problem. I can't be in 2 places at once. And I do videos so you can get to know me, and I say what I do and I do what I say. Yesterday somebody said, mate, you don't just talk about awesome customer service, you deliver. So I said, well, you know what? If you want, put it on our Google reviews. So everybody that wants to give me a good Google review, you can go check it out. And of course, the reviews on the Proto Hospital Facebook page, that'll generally tell you the truth. You can't keep everyone happy. There's always a couple of whingers that want to contact you at 9 o'clock on Sunday night, and when they don't get an answer, whatever, they're not happy with, that sort of thing. So we've designed things. The phone number is not a phone call service. A lot of people keep trying to call. It just goes red, goes straight to voicemail. It tells you, text me if you want to order parts kits, or book into the Proto Hospital here for your injector replacement work, stuff like that. Or a vehicle inspection. It's good that you're learning to do your own maintenance, but it's probably worth bringing into me once a year. We'll call it an annual inspection. We're not actually necessarily going to do anything, but we can have a look around and give you a video, a list on what needs to be done. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'll take it for a drive, and let's see what it's really like before we waste too much time on it. It is 231,000 Ks. We'll do a normal slow takeoff, normal way you drive a diesel. Pretty well, pulls well if you ask me. Just like any normal Hilux, up to 80 Ks without pushing it too hard, as you can see, and into fifth. Let's see if it pulls in fifth a little bit. Yeah, still increasing speed. I'd say that's about normal. Another test, I'm in third gear, down low RPMs. I'm just going to get into it a little bit and just see what it does. It seems to increase speed pretty well. I was also asking for a video showing 6-speed manual RPMs and that. I thought, while we're at it, let's do a video on all the other vehicles. So on a Hilux 5-speed, second gear, if you're at 2000 RPM, you can see the speed, double the revs, double the speed. Let's do third gear, okay? And then for just a bit of info for everybody, all right, let's see if we can get this one up to about 2000. Again, 50, say 3 kilometers an hour, 55 maybe, double the revs, double the speed. Fourth gear, 1500, just under 60 Ks, double the revs, double the speed. That means 3000 revs would be about 110 Ks an hour in fourth gear. Last but not least, fifth gear, 1500, just under, let's say 1500 would be 70. That means 3000 RPM, you'd be doing 140 Ks an hour. Ballpark numbers to give you an idea of the gearing. If that helps, bit of mixed info included. So now I'm going to have a quick look on the diagnostic. I don't think there'll be much to see here. When I look at the data, I'm not looking at the data to check injectors, check feedback values, although we can certainly have a look at that and see that it's all Mickey Mouse because the injector job's done. I mean, look how good those readings are. What I'll do is look through all the data and make sure it's about right, to make sure there isn't any problems being caused, but I'm not going to waste a lot of time on it because, as I said, this one, it seems to drive normal to me. There's nothing wrong with it. If I do find anything, I will let you know. And if I have another vehicle like this and I find something, I'll let you know. That's what I do in videos. Subscribe, turn the bell on so you don't miss it, right? Things like the fuel pressure are worth checking. And if you've got the short SCV, it's rubbish. So it's time to change it. I've still got a few more tips for you yet. Let's just have a look what the fuel pressure does, reaction time. That looks good to me, and for this you need a scan tool that's really quick. TechStream isn't your friend with this one from the ones I've seen. Maybe you can get a quicker refresh rate or something, but you need really quick refresh rate, right? So just a little bit more chit chat to conclude on this one. Okay, so as far as the smoke goes, it's going to be normal with an engine that's done 330k that gets looked after like this. Now that's just a general statement. I'm just saying, you're not that pedantic, you're not that meticulous if you leave your engine bay like this. So although it drives pretty normal, pretty good, I wouldn't have a complaint with the way it is. There may be some small things you could do to improve that. Now, I haven't looked at the air filter. He does the maintenance, the owner does the maintenance like you guys do, that's fine. So if you're a little bit sluggish, remember those Toyota ads on TV that don't lose the advantage, the O2 advantage, use genuine parts, that sort of thing. You know, the O2 advantage, it needs to breathe. So you might need a new air filter in there. You might need to clean your MAF sensor. I don't know what it looks like in there, if it's covered in this wet, muddy stuff. I don't know if it's been wet and it got soaked with dirt and it's blocked. That could make a difference. I haven't noticed it much. If it's down on power, maybe 5 or 10%, but it's a 2008 vehicle that's done 330,000 Ks. I'm just going to poke my head around here and look for that long or short SCV without getting in the picture too much. It's got the long one, which is why in the diagnostic the fuel pressure was perfect. So there's nothing to do here other than give it a clean up, maybe change the air filter depending on its condition, clean the MAF sensor. There's no other sensors that are going to get dirty here. We covered that at the start. Smoke, it's just going to be a bit of a worn engine. The longer you leave it, the worse it's going to be. Typical conditions, you start it up cold, stop it, whatever. The oil's thicker, it's probably not going to do it as bad. But after a long hot run where the oil's really hot, that's where it's thinner and it can run into other places it doesn't normally go. Could be to do with the valve seals, the valve stems worn, could be rings worn, could be anything. But it's certainly not anything to worry about. The engine's fine. Just monitor using the oil dipstick. If it's using any oil, if things change and it's using oil, then let's look at this one again. On the very slight chance, 1 in a million, maybe it's got a crack across the piston and some of the oil's going down through there, whatever, causing that plume of smoke. But don't get worried and think it's that. Our 150 Prado, as you would have seen by now if you're subscribed with the bell on, we call it Smoky Joe now because it's one of the smokiest Prados I've ever seen. Am I worried about it? No, absolutely not. There's a chance there's some wear on the turbo as well. I mean, once again, it's done nearly 320,000 Ks, very similar to this engine. As I said, it's been looked after as far as oil changes go, but I've got question marks on the air filter brands, quality, sealing up, and sitting in dust. So your engine is going to suck the air it needs. If it comes with some dust, then that is what's going to happen. So with this one, nothing to worry about. If you want to book in to get your vehicle checked just like this, watch the videos, send a text message, say, hey, can I get one of those annual inspections or vehicle inspection? We can spend as little or as long as you like on it, having a look at it. You can wait. There's a while you wait one, goes for an hour and a half, where we check the vehicle and discuss and demonstrate and probably everything you want to do with your vehicle. Have a look over it and explain to you what needs to be done, why, when, and what doesn't need to be done and why, and whatever, you know. It's simple as that. Time is money, money is time. So if you want some of it, you know how it works, send the text message. Otherwise, just keep watching the videos and keep your money, and bada bing, bada boom, you'll learn everything I need to know. That was one more piece of the million-piece jigsaw puzzle. Catch you on the next video. See ya.